But no, I think we will be going to slime, but not quite yet. I think for the time being, I'm gonna head down to the entrance of our depths here, and we're gonna clear out through some regular old dungeon here, the deep dark depths, and try that out for size. One thing to ask ourselves before we head down there, do I want to break my shield now? I love that it's the shield of the curse bearer. It's almost unfortunate that we do have to shatter these shackles, but it might be nice to get this reflection shield kicking in advance of when we actually need the swap. Let's do it. Right before we're about to explore a bunch of dungeon and potentially refresh that. Don't mind that whatsoever. And here goes nothing. Still in slight danger with our current willpower, but as long as all things go well here, that should be just fine all in all. We only have one magic mapping, so that's kind of tricky. I mean, I could just hope that this is the caravan. I guess it's worth at least taking a peek. Ooh, it's not the caravan. It's just a regular old shop. Well, luckily Ashen Zari gives us... Oh, look at that. It shows up on the map is what it is. Okay, well there's that mystery solved. Do I want to fight my way there? Oh, yes, actually I do. I was about to ask myself if we wanted to try and find another stairwell down, but that's not how it works in depths here. Depths 1 at the very least. Instead, we're just gonna have to play it safe here, do it the old-fashioned way. Take these sons of guns down. Here are the Jiangxi. Ball of Eyes, slightly scary with our current willpower situation. Not too bad there. Fantastic. It's also nice to see that wizard in advance of actually having to duke it out with them. Let's take Rakshasa upstairs. Beautiful. Excuse me, friend. Oh, can you not fly? Really? Oh, that's kind of shocking. Well, in that case, don't mind if I just cheese you a little bit. Love to see it. And hopefully this interdimensional caravan is not going to move on too soon here. I'd like to be able to check out their wares, of course. So let's just blast everything. And I do think we're best off taking this downward path. Ideally, we don't cross with that wizard quite yet. Indeed, it does not look like we have to. We can get all these trolls in the Eden all lined up in nice orderly queue. Fantastic. Thank you all so much. Absolute dolls. Beautiful. It's definitely what we'd like to see here. Oh, hello, Earth Mage. Kind of popped out of nowhere. Well. Okay, we have to snipe down the wizard first before we find ourselves getting banished. And then the rest of you. Man, I know I keep talking about how much noise Lightning Bolt makes, but you're really not kidding. Lightning Bolt do really be waking up the whole dungeon here, eh? In that case, let's maybe mix and match our spells, bring a little bit of Fulminant Prism into the fold as well. Fantastic. In fact, let's do one more of those. Beautiful work. Trying to watch my health a little bit here because we are casting fairly expensive spells. And, accidentally took some steps towards the Enchantress. Probably not ideal, but we should be able to take you on. The question that I'm asking myself before we do so is, do I just want to pop into the caravan and heal up? I mean, ideally, we drop some stuff on the floor before we head in here, but needs must. So, let's play it safe. An encrusted plate armor. Interesting. I'll at least mark it, even though I'm not sure With statue form also at our disposal, not super necessary to get an incredible piece of armor, and I kind of love what has ended up working out with our current +8 intelligence chainmail. Definitely pretty fantastic. Enchant armor I think we will pick up, and summoning scroll as well. Enchant armors are kind of nice because we can try and enchant up this shield before we get to the point where we'll be cursing it. And I will buy an artifact staff because that might just be up our alley for the rest of the game. +9 quarterstaff is kind of sweet. Maybe if we were slightly earlier, because at this stage I don't know if it's worth it to swap out of our shield. You've watched us for any amount of time, you know how much I love my shields. This plate armor, eh? What to do with you, friend? No one uses staves. I agree. No, it's been kind of nice to try out something a little bit off the beaten path here. Even though, I guess, even though is the wrong qualifier there. More so, I was just thinking about the fact that Lagitangs are super powerful if you're able to make them work. But generally, the only time I find myself using them are on Formicids, when you can actually wield them in 2 of your 4 hands and still have that good old shield. Do I spend the rest of my money, though, on this plate armor just to see what it does and potentially not even take it with us? Yeah. I can't help myself. Let's take a peek, shall we? What is it that you do here? Oh, absolute garbage. The plate armor of duty. Our electricity, fire vulnerability, and int +3. Well, not exactly what we were hoping for there, but that is a-okay. Just means that we don't have to worry about sorting our inventory and finding something to throw away, so isn't that nice? It's all about those silver linings. Let's quickly enchant our shield a couple of times here. And then we know that the enchantress is waiting for us. We can pop out ready to rumble. Turn out fulminant prism. Wait a second. Who did this? You don't airstrike. Is there like a caster Spriggan in the background here that I can't see yet? Because I feel like somebody airstruck my fulminant prism. The nerve on these people. How dare they? But okay, let's IMB instead here to try and clear ourselves some space. Now that we're absolutely surrounded, I mean, most of these buddies don't exactly have a great armor class score. So, I think this is a good opportunity for some Tin of Tremor Stones, get past all the evasion nastiness that we otherwise might have to deal with, and all the fodder just gets absolutely slammed. Beautiful. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Heal wounds potion I will take. Oh wait, you're still alive? Sorry, I thought we were done here. I was already getting on to the looting, getting slightly ahead of myself there. +2 buckler of cold resistance is kind of interesting. We are lacking in the cold resistance department right now. Having the extra shielding score is really nice for a reflection, of course, but I feel like it may be prudent to shore up our resistances. I was about to mention just such an occasion, because as soon as a frost giant shows up, this is going to be hitting real hard here. I mean, when it's just them, we should be able to take them out in time. Oh, right, I'm a statue, that's why that hurts so badly. Stop that. Okay, now that we've made a whole lot of noise, let's just retreat off into a tiny little corner here, hide ourselves in this cubby hole. Please keep walking, Steel Troll. You see nothing, friend. Okay, fine. If you want to do this the hard way, guess we can make that happen. Silly trolls. What are they thinking? I still am definitely debating that buckler. If just because we got lucky against this ice dragon as well, but ice giants and ice dragons are going to be a wee bit scary. Could also debate for a moment switching into the fairy dragon scales. It's kind of interesting. We lose a lot of intelligence, but we regain regeneration here. At the very least, for going into somewhere like slime, this might be nice as our source of corrosion resistance. It gets a little bit tricky because if we go into statue form, we lose that resistance, but it's not the end of the world. The quarterstaff I'll also just toss on the ground for the moment here. It's enchantment on this ledge, tango speed +1. Not quite there. Definitely don't need berserk potions, and onwards we go. Should probably just pop into our auto pickup and actually take stones off so that we don't keep getting reminded. Do you want to pick up these pebbles, sir? Beauty. All of you friends could come join me in this wonderful hallway. That would be fantastic. Hello one, hello all. Welcome to the show. Fantastic stuff. It's definitely what you love to see. And another shop is very fantastic as well, a scroll shop. I mean, I was hoping for some blinking, but summoning is great. 3 scrolls of fear. Well, we only have 1 on us. That's pretty fantastic as well. Enchant armor can maybe get a mark for now, and we'll come back when we have slightly more disposable income on our side. Get a vision and a curse of introspection and fortitude. More defensive skills. Introspection, of course, just goes on everything in this character or on this build. You know, I think I'll take that. And we will... I want to commit to the Kite Shield of Reflection over that buckler. It's a bit rough because we will have these overlapping reflection brands for a while. If we can find an artifact necklace that gives us cold resistance, we'll look like a genius. On the other hand, if we don't, not so much. But let's commit to this for now. I'm enjoying this shield. Of course, we come up against an ice dragon the instant I make that decision. Wouldn't have it any other way. This buckler of cold resistance can go on the ground for now. What are these little baby monsters doing here? That doesn't seem right. But all these ugly things, you friends, will take down here real quick. Definitely try and take out that Earth Elementalist as soon as possible. This is why nobody likes Earth Mages, friend. Hate to say it, hate to break it to you. But beautiful work. Just one-shotting all of these lovely troll friends. Ooh, and there we go. Level 21 does mean, attribute points, of course, so we'll pop that into intelligence. But let's get another spell. We get Disjunction. So this is the one that teleports everyone away from us. That's not what I meant to do. Let's try that again. Disjunction. Destabilizes the space in a sphere around the caster for a while, causing anyone nearby to blink away. Okay. Chance of blinking depends on distance from us, be nearly certain when directly adjacent. So we've gone this once before, and I don't even know if I ended up casting it whatsoever, so I'm excited to potentially give it another shot. I know there are a few different people who have been in chat throughout our streams who are quite big fans of the spell, so hopefully we can do it justice and check it out for ourselves at some point here. Hello, my ugly friend. Get out of here. Beautiful. And don't need anything from there. Whole lot of shops showing up. Not exactly what we need at the moment. Unless it was a jewelry store, then I might be singing a different tune. But it's interesting. Eggly, you always like to leave at least one ring slot uncursed. Feels like the flexibility is worth it unless you have the best rings ever. Agreed. Yeah, I think potentially when we unbind the armor class ring, we'll be leaving that slot open unless, as you mentioned, we get the most spectacular of artifacts. And that might convince us otherwise. David, you mentioned interesting escape option for the back pocket. Were you talking about disjunction there? So I'm definitely, yeah, excited to see how it works out in practice. Ooh, especially if we're going to slime. That seems like a nice way to deal with the aftermath of taking care of the royal jelly. Just blink all those sons of guns right out of there. Let's make some noise real quick, draw some attention to ourselves. Hopefully everybody comes crawling this way. If things get too scary, we can of course just retreat up the stairs for the time being. Wow, Vampire, you're quite the resilient buddy, aren't you? In that case, let's throw down a fulminant prism to hopefully take care of all of you. This Earth Mage has gotta go. As mentioned, gotta go. Now the wizard is looking at us too. What are your chances of banishment? Only 2%. Really? Oh, wow. We only have 2 pips, I thought. Ooh, leveling up must have gotten us over the cusp. So we're not actually quite as desperate for willpower as we were at the start of the session today. That's quite nice. Huh. What a beautiful day. So I guess I don't need to focus down the wizard instantaneously. They're not priority target necessarily, at least not as much as they used to be. Instead, focus on all of these gosh darn Tengus. Ooh, that frost giant changes things a little bit. Fulminant prism is going down. Hopefully killing most of the Tengus. Fantastic stuff. And now we're actually slightly worse off than I was initially intending. I was hoping that that'd take care of most of that group, and then we could head to this stairwell, but instead a Lich pops out, throwing an Orb of Destruction our way. Frost Giant is just around the corner. Not great. Not fantastic. So we might have to throw out some emergency measures here. We cannot blink to that stair, eh? One step. We should be able to. What's going on with this orb? Did I already deflect it without paying attention? I guess the residue? Is that what this would be called? Mind going completely blank in those crucial moments. Is in this direction. So ideally it's hit someone there. Might have just ran into the wall, unfortunately. That's A-okay. Ah, now we're in the danger zone. So, turns out we will be blinking to these stairs. Goodbye, all my new friends. Okay, slightly scarier than it had any right to be. We should have just gone out of there the moment we started clearing the air a bit around that first set of stairs, but what can I say? Sometimes overconfidence gets the better of us. Do get paralyzed. That can't be great odds to work, right? 3% chance, and you managed to make it happen. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. We'll switch over to letting that dragon walk up to us and blasting this entire line of enemies instead. That seems reasonable. And now we're getting ready for when this stair also becomes slightly too overrun and unmanageable. Not quite there yet, but I'm sure it will take but a moment for everything to change in that regard. IMB to blast you all back, and let's let both these fulminant prisms go off, and ideally they take care of a decent chunk of our foes. Okay, before this dragon pushes us off the stairs, let's try and head up ourselves. And I mean, now we've pulled a lot of the attention from those previous stairwells over to this one, so we can start doing the usual fancy footwork trick of just going back and forth. Keeping all these buddies on their toes. Hello, my lich friend. Well, there's no dodging that. Hopefully it hits a wall. don't think it hit a wall, but didn't end up being the worst effect. And those frost giants are potentially going to hurt. I think I can take them out before anything bad happens, and we do manage to do so in the end. Beautiful. This ugly thing can also just come upstairs with us. Fantastic. Oh me, oh my, this is going to be a wee bit of a mess that we've gotten ourselves into. In fact, it doesn't look like we were actually sharing too many enemies between the two, and it was just a lot of enemies all across the board hanging out. Which is not fantastic. But we'll put down a few fulminant prisms, and we can slowly whittle away at these buddies, especially if we do hop between the stairwells. We're making enough noise that even if the enemies don't make it all the way across the floor, we are seeing them move away from the stairs that we were previously at, which is fantastic. And what did you do to my fulminant prism? Let's try that one more time, shall we? And we'll blast ya. Fantastic stuff. Man, that spell is satisfying. What have I been doing with my life? I can't believe I've been disregarding it for so long. It's just satisfying and fun to use, really. We're in a Quicksilver Dragon. Well, I mean, good thing we're not fully relying on our statue form, but still not ideal to see that son of a gun. Oh, we're still training shields, hey? That doesn't seem especially relevant. Let's turn that buddy off. Fighting as well, now that it's essentially maxed with our bonuses on top of it. And can instead go back to training some evocations. I guess spellcasting can be on in the background, because why the heck not? Get some more spell power. And what else? Dodging, I guess? Again, feels weird because we just played on a character that removed their ability to dodge completely, and so I feel like that's just the norm. Hello. Friends? That's a whole lot of you. Who brought you into this world? Did you read a scroll of summoning? You must have read a scroll of summoning, right? In that case, let's still just blast ya. Beautiful, we managed to take them out before the summons got out of control, but oh me, oh my. Not exactly what you're hoping to see on the very first turn that you walk down a set of stairs. Wee bit unexpected at the very least. But beautiful, let's just collect some of these friends with us, take them upstairs, and then now we'll get back to our hip-hopping about, staying safe out there. So head back to this stairwell, which is hopefully cleared up. Looks like it. Ooh, there's also another magic shield here. Hold up. Bring everyone back here. Cause all the noise in the world with lightning bolts. That's a-okay. Shield will still be there when we want to check it out later. Man, lightning bolt is so strong. I love the variability of the damage, the fact that it is completely possible for it to deal exactly 1 damage to our foes. It makes things interesting, because it also has the potential to one-shot dragons, which is wild. But let's maybe be a little bit careful. This is, again, one of those situations where I'm not paying attention to my health whatsoever, and I'm just kind of like, oh, blast and keep blasting. Not a great move, necessarily. Okay, we get lucky and take most of them out with our fulminant prism, but definitely time to get out of there before I get myself killed in some stupidly horrific way. Beautiful. Come on, eye. See me. Fantastic. It's a weird mix. Sometimes it's nothing but annoying when all your enemies refuse to come hunt you down accurately. but of course, probably the majority of the time, you'd prefer if that were the case, right? Have to deal with them slightly fewer at a time. Oh man, very stiff today. I feel like I didn't sleep in the best of positions last night or something. Let my Annihilator friend get out of here. Very much have a recency bias against those Annihilators after losing one of our fantastic demon spawns to them. Never forgive, never forget, of course. Hold a grudge till our dying day. Hello, friends. Let's lead you all back on a little bit of a merry adventure. Beautiful. It'd be cool if lightning bolts did more damage after bouncing off of metal reflective surfaces like this. I guess that's all kind of an offshoot from some thoughts I had earlier today, where I was thinking about the fact that we had shoals on this character, and that it would be pretty nice if electricity did more damage in shoals. If you wanted to do it justice, you could also make it just deal like AoE damage to the caster included, anyone who's standing in the puddle, but I could see that being very cool in theory, but an absolute nightmare in execution. Okay, let's see, is there anything other than lightning bolt I can use to kill things? Not so much, hey? Could do this? I think this hits around that corner. And so it does. Very cool. And then we can even just pop another one here and keep blasting you. No, Vampire Mage, you're not gonna come crawling this way? Wait, how did you get hit? Maybe you did get hit by that Fulminant Prism. You're looking quite unhealthy there, friend. Not that I'm complaining about it. Seems fantastic to me. Oh my gosh, and we managed to round out the last of our evocables here. Last of our useful evocables. Sorry, Zom's chess piece. But you trash. And we'll continue onwards. Oh, that's really funny. We said no to Pearl Dragon Scales in the caravan. And I was going to remark, I guess we didn't have much of a choice because we couldn't afford to buy them. But I was going to remark that they're so rare to show up in games that it's fun to pick them up when we can. And here we have an artifact pair. AC goes up by 6, and we do gain willpower. This could be kind of nice for the future. Just curse that with something fun. An acrobat and harm necklace. Not as interested in that, if we're being honest. That sounds like a surefire way to get myself killed. Alright. Come at me, friend. This seems like a good time to operate with statue form on. Get all that extra defensive capability. Beautiful. Most of these buddies are resistant to electricity at the moment, which is unfortunate. But one Fulminant Prism there, and that does some work. I guess IMB kind of hits the buddies next to us. It's a little bit of a scuffed way to deal with this encounter, but hey, if it works, it works. Can't complain too much. Beautiful. Gives us a nice opportunity to heal up real quick. Ooh, a regen necklace is actually very much a contender for the future. It is potentially even worth it to switch out our current necklace, because our necklace was an artifact even before we cursed it with Ash. But besides the Reflection brand, this is just a Strength +3 amulet. Regen would do a whole lot more than that for us. Is it time to make the change? Mean that I'd probably commit to the Shield of Cryptic Urgency here? Say no to getting an extra 3 armor class? Yeah, I'm probably happy with that. Let's just do it before we can regret and change our minds. We'll destroy that. We'll pick up a regen amulet and immediately throw that bad boy on. That'll make it a whole lot easier to spam our spells in prolonged encounters. And That is fantastic stuff. Things still going smoothly overall here, which worries me for the future. I feel like we've just been pushing off disaster. Pushing it back to another time. Problem for future me, which normally I'm all for. I hate future me, screw that guy. I'll just send all my problems on that direction, why the heck not? But potentially important to keep in mind that don't want to cause too many troubles in the future. And fantastic, there we are. So Chant Weapon Scrolls most likely just going to be dead weight the majority of our run here. Even if we do end up switching to a weapon for the late game besides this staff. Ideally, it's an artifact with some incredible effects that we'd rather have than just a solid weapon. Oh gosh. Oh no, what do I do here? How do I prevent you from stepping on that alarm trap? I don't know if I can. I'd have to like blink. Huh. Well, mistakes were made. Yep. There we go. Confirm real quick that they are going to step on that. It is indeed the case. Now, we might as well just stand on the stairs and for a wee bit here, face anything that comes at us. Why the heck not? Get some free kills in relatively little danger. Just become a lightning bolt Gatling gun here, launching off in every which way. Fantastic. And that should be just about everyone who heard us, right? Indeed it is. Beautiful. So we'll get back on the road here. See what we can't find. In general, I'm just so bad at picking up on what exactly is lying around on the floor here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we've forgotten some truly crucial and incredible things just lying around for no reason whatsoever, but it just is the way it is, I guess. Cunning and evocations is the next curse here. So cunning does give dodging. I think it's dodging and stealth. I mean, I do love me my introspection, but fighting spellcasting are on the cusp of being maxed out even with just a few of our slots brought up by that. And I do like evocations. You know me too well, Ash. You know exactly what to offer to tempt me. Let's do it. Let's curse the regen amulet. Might slightly regret it, if not just for the reasons mentioned there. We might want some other Ash skills, but if it's the only regen amulet that we manage to encounter over the course of our dungeon delving, then it does lock us in right away here to what we're going to be using. Yeah, that ice damage, no good whatsoever. Might have to find something to shore up that defensive flaw. No, stop it. Stop it, you dang old berserkers. Okay, let's just bring our Spriggan friend upstairs, I guess. Ooh, you hit worse than I'd like. I guess walking is pretty slow in statue form, but geez Louise, friend. You're not getting around, eh? There we go. Managed to take them out before meeting an untimely end ourselves. And okay, the stairs is actually not quite as scary as I thought it was going to be. I was mentally prepared for absolute nightmare situation. Can I hit two of you? I can indeed. Oh my gosh, so many of you. Do something like this. It's quite the crowd. Fortunately, this wall, it's a little bit harder for me to place it somewhere sneaky. I can put it behind and it will hit some of you at least. Especially if I manage to push anyone back into it, I guess. But let's head back upstairs before we get constricted by the buddy here, the tentacled monstrosity. Sorry, I forgot your name for a moment, friend. My bad, my bad. Let's just blast you off, take care of you real quick, and then we will head to another stairwell just so that we're not constantly bashing our head into the wall there. Might as well play it slightly safer. But ooh, some shops. Another reflect amulet, but this one has harm on it. It does also have cold resistance, which I've been complaining about this entire time. I'm at least gonna highlight you, even though very unlikely that we actually do anything in that regard. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely feel like I had rough sleep last night. Let's not let it blow over into the character, and hopefully it doesn't cause us to make too many terrible mistakes. A couple terrible mistakes, that's just par for the course, but one too many mistake is definitely leading to an early grave for poor old Aladdin here. Nope, let's not blast ourselves. Beautiful. And this is just our life now. Lightning bolt Gatling gun really does just sum it up quite nicely. Shooting off our beams or the lasers.